Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you watch this. Great, come, let's do some yoga. So just bringing your hands to your hips and just roll into your hips. And then roll in the other direction. I was teaching a Zoom class last night, and most of the people in the class actually have been doing this 28-day thing, and the class was totally on the floor, and it was amazing. Oh my God, just really nice to be on the floor, lying down after all this standing all month. So great. So come to the front of your mat. We're going to end up on the floor quite a lot today. So we're going to do a sun salutation and then just down on the floor. Cool. So standing tall, reach your arms wide, bring your palms together, and then bending your elbows, bending your knees all the way down, hands to the floor, forehead to your knees, hands to your shins. Lengthen and look forward. Hands to the floor, stretch your right leg long, and then step it back into a lunge. Step back into your plank. Drop your knees to the floor, lower all the way down. And bring your fingers wider than your mat. Lift your toes off the floor, tuck your chin in and rise, pushing your fingertips down. And lower down, push your hands into the floor, push back into your cat, all the way back into your downward dog. Just connecting into the length of you, the strength of you. And stretching through your legs, your heels, your arms. Nice. Stretch your right foot up towards the ceiling and step your right foot forward. Step forward. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Slowly rolling up. Reach your arms wide, bring your palms together. Bending your elbows, bending your knees all the way down. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Hands to your shins. Lift your chest and look forward. Hands to the floor. Stretch your left leg long and step it back into a lunge. Step back into a plank. Drop your knees to the floor. Lower all the way down. Bring your fingers wide. Lift your toes off the floor. Push your fingertips down as you tuck your chin in and rise. Lowering down, hands to the floor. Push back into your cat. All the way back into your downward dog. And just have a bit of a wiggle. Bending one knee. Bending the other knee. Bending one knee. Bending the other knee. Bend both knees. Let them tap. Stretch back. Bend both knees. Let them tap. Stretch back. And then keeping your right leg long, bring your left knee down to the floor. And then keeping your left leg long, bring your right knee down to tap. So just really stretching into one leg and deeply bending into the other. And the more you try and straighten the straight leg, the deeper it is into your spine. So just feel that. Nice. Stretching back. Lengthen the left leg up towards the ceiling. And step forward. Step forward. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Slowly rolling up. Reach your arms wide. Palms come together. Hands come to rest in front of your chest. Nice. And again, drop your arms down. Reach your arms wide. Bending your elbows, bending your knees all the way down. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Hands to your shins. Lift your chest and look forward. Hands to the floor. Stretch your right leg long. And step it back into a lunge. Step back into a plank. Drop your knees to the floor. Lower all the way down. Fingers are wide. Tuck your chin in. Lift your toes as you push down into your fingertips. Lowering down. Hands to the floor. Push back. And push all the way back. Create some length, some stretch through your body. Lengthen the right foot up towards the ceiling and step the right foot forward. Turn the left foot at a 45-degree angle, rising up. Keep looking straight forward as you lengthen up through your fingertips. As you lengthen up, as you stretch up into your fingertips, have a sense of turning that left hip a little bit more forward and the left shoulder a little bit more forward. Bend your front knee more. Now looking up. And draw back through your navel, squeeze through your bum a little bit. Super. Keep your legs where they are and drop your arms down and reach them back towards your hips. Interlock your fingers and draw your right shoulder to your right knee. Reach your arms back behind you. Bend your front knee a little bit more. Nice. Sweeping up again. Rising up, reaching up, looking up. Squeeze through your bum. Draw your navel backwards. And one more time. Dropping down. Reach your arms back. Interlock your fingers or hold on to your hands in some way. And reach your arms back towards the ceiling. Drop your shoulder down to your knee. Bend your front knee a little bit more. Nice. Drop your hands down and step forward. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Slowly rolling up. Reach your arms wide. Palms come together. Bending your elbows, bending your knees all the way down. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Hands to your shins. Lengthen and look forward. Hands to the floor. Stretch your left leg long and step it back into a lunge. Step back into your plank. And drop your knees to the floor. Lower all the way down. Fingers are wide. Tuck your chin in. Rising up. Lowering down. Hands to the floor. Push back. All the way back into your downward dog. Find the length of you, the stretch of you, the reach of you. Nice. Stretch the left foot up towards the ceiling and step the left foot forward. Turn the right foot at a 45-degree angle. Rise up. Keep looking forward and then draw the right shoulder and the right hip more forward. Bend your front knee more, lengthen into the back leg, and then draw back through your navel. Squeeze a little bit through your buttocks and looking up. Sweeping down, bring your left shoulder to your left knee, interlock your fingers and draw your arms back behind you. Rising up, reaching up towards the ceiling, rising up, looking up. And all the way down, interlock your fingers, draw your arms back behind you. Nice. Drop both arms down. Step back into your plank. Drop your knees to the floor. And come to sit on your feet. And sit upright. So you're sitting on your feet. Your feet are getting a bit squished. Your ankles are a bit squished. Lean into your hands. And then you're going to come up onto your toes. And then sit your bum back so that you're stretching through your feet again. So now I'm sitting on my toes. My feet are standing. Lean forward, bring your toes flat and sit your feet down. So there's many different things that can come in the way of this one. Your knees, your feet, the arches of your feet or the front of your feet. Lean forward one more time. Come to stand on your toes and then sit your bum backwards. So if you keep your torso forward with your hands on the floor and just drop the weight backwards, it's easier than when you come upright. So see which level suits you. And then everybody bring their hands forward and just drop your weight into your toes by leaning your bum backwards and then come forwards. And again, drop the weight into your toes and then forward. One more time. Drop the weight into your toes. Super. So come sit on your mat with your legs long in front of you. Cool. And then bend your knees so your feet are standing just in front of you. We're going to do some leg movements, just how we move our legs in space. And then swing both of your legs over towards the right. And then bring your feet back to center. Great. And then over towards the left. Yeah. Nice. And then back to center. And then over towards the right. And when they're over towards the right, push your left hand into the floor and rock yourself forward so your two hands are in front of you. And then bring your feet so that they're straight back behind you. So like windscreen wipers, bring your feet to center. Nice. Bring your feet over towards the right. Bring your left hand behind you. Sit your bum down. So now my feet are over towards the right. And then bring your feet back to center. So we're going to do that again, over towards the right again. Bring your feet to the right. Push your left hand down. Push forward. Bring your feet so they're center. Bring your feet to the right. Left hand down. Bum goes down. Feet forward. Nice. We're going to do it to the left. So swing your feet to the left. Push your right hand down. Hands come forward. Bring your feet to square, to center. And then feet over towards the left. Right hand behind you. Sit your bum down. Feet forward. Again. Feet over towards the left. Right hand down. Push forwards. Feet to center. Feet over towards the left. Right hand behind you. And forward. So this is a way of how we stand up. I'm totally obsessed with how do we sit down and stand up off the floor. It's just such an important skill that we're not using enough. If we didn't have any furniture in our houses, we'd stand up and sit down 250 times a day from the floor. But nowadays, maybe we do it once, twice, maybe in a yoga class we'll do it. So it's really important. So we're going to stand up from here. So swing your feet over to the right. Dun, dun, dun. Bring your left hand to the floor or just throw your hands forward and rise forward. You can use your hand or not. Bring your feet to center and then stretch through your legs and then walk your hands back and bring your elbows to your knees and just pause there. Nice. Bring your hands forward. Drop your knees to the floor. Sweep your feet over to the right. Sit your bum down with your hand or without. And bring your feet forward. Nice. We'll do the right again. No, we'll do the left. So over towards the left with your feet. You can either push with your right hand or fling your arms forward to come forward. Bring your feet to center. Straighten through your legs. Walk your hands back. Bring your elbows to your knees. Bring your hands to the floor. Drop your knees down. Bring your feet to the left. You can use your right hand behind you or you can slowly drop back and bring your feet forward. How awesome. Great. So bend both knees and just wrap yourself really tight. Just squeeze yourself really tight. Super. Stretch out the left leg and then holding on to the left knee with your right knee with your left hand, twist towards the right and look over your right shoulder. And just twisting, turning, looking over your shoulder. And then the other side, squeeze both knees in as close as you can. And then stretch the right leg long and twist towards the left. You're holding on to the left knee with your right hand. Your left hand is behind you. Nice. Come lie on the floor. So come all the way down, landing down onto the floor. Your knees are bent. Your feet are flat on the floor. Oh, Mr. Guinea fowl. Great. So landing on your back, knees are bent, feet are flat on the floor, and then push down into your feet and roll up along your spine. And then roll slowly down along the spine to land on the floor. So as you roll up and down, just feel the squeeze of your buttocks, the push of your heels, the rise of your hips, and then rolling slowly down, land on the floor. And just do that another few times. So push your feet down, slowly rising up. And then slowly, steadily rolling down. One more time. Slowly rising up, reaching up through your hips, rising upwards. Pause on the up, pushing deeply down into your feet. Your arms are long beside you. You can push your fingertips into the floor or push your elbows a bit into the floor and really feel like all your toes are flat, your heels are connecting. Anytime I open the door in the morning and talk a class, Mr. Guinea Fowl really takes a notion. He starts shouting back at me. He's like, no, this is my place. So sorry about the noise. He has a notion. Slowly rolling all the way down until you land on the floor. Nice. Draw your right knee up towards you. Interlock your fingers, squeeze your right knee in, and then stretch the left leg long. So you're drawing your navel back towards your spine, your right knee is squeezing deeply towards your chest, and your left leg is floating just above the floor. You're surging down into that left heel as you squeeze the right knee closer and closer. Take a long inhalation. And then exhaling, tuck your chin in, draw your head up and look towards your navel. Shoulder comes towards your knee, slowly lowering down. And rising up, tuck your chin in, rising. And lowering down. And tuck your chin in, rising, pausing there. Either stay there with your hands on your shins or stretch both hands down towards your left foot. So you're drawing your shoulders away from your ears and you're rounding deeply into your shoulders. Interlock your fingers, slowly lowering down. Keep your right hand on your right knee and open the right knee out to the side. So you're lengthening into the inner thigh and then come back up to center with your knee. I like having my left hand on the front of my left thigh. Open your right knee out to the side. And then come back up to center. Left leg is floating the whole time. Right knee out to the side. And just pausing there, finding length by, it's like you widen through the front of your pelvis. Your left leg is stable. Your left hip is moving a little bit towards the left even. It's really anchoring down, and your right knee is lengthening. Right inner thigh is lengthening. Nice. Coming back up to center. Drop your left heel to the floor. Push both elbows into the floor and bring your right knee over towards the left. Gliding it over, keeping your right shoulder on the floor. And then come back to center. So really anchor that right shoulder down, pulling it backwards. I like actually, it's almost like I reach out into that right arm and bring my baby finger to the floor. It's like it engages my arm. And then I rock my right knee over towards the left. And then back. And then over towards the left. Next time you go there, pause. Really anchoring down into the right side of your body. You can reach your right arm if you want up and away out of your armpit. So your armpit is opening and there's a sense of length from your fingertips all the way down the right side of your body. The left baby toe side of your leg is really pushing into the floor and connected. And drop your knee a little bit deeper in wellness. And then come all the way back to center. Squeeze both knees up onto your chest, rock from side to side. And then interlock your fingers, squeeze your left knee towards you, stretch your right leg long. So your right leg is stretching out, your heel is surging away. You have a sense of power from your belly all the way down into your heel. And now squeeze the left thigh closer and closer towards you. Nice. Long inhalation. And then exhaling, tuck your chin in and roll up so that you're looking towards your navel. And keep your chin tucked in as you roll down and land on the floor. Tuck your chin in, rolling up. So you're really trying to articulate into your spine rather than just hi-ya up. So tuck your chin in, rolling up along the spine, feeling the different parts that leave the floor. Rolling down. Last time. Rolling up, tucking your chin in deeply, rolling up. Stay there, holding onto your knee, or reach your hands down towards your right foot. Round your shoulders a little bit more. Connect into your feet. Draw your navel backwards towards the floor. Nice. Interlock your fingers and lower slowly down to the floor. Left hand, left knee, right hand, right thigh. Open the left leg out to the side. And then come back up to center. Right leg is floating, really strong. Left leg out to the side. And then back up to center. Really feel like you're opening wide into the inner thighs. Out to the side, squeeze through that left buttock. It'll give more dynamic of the opening in the front of the joint. And just pausing there, your left leg is out to the side, your right leg is getting longer and longer away from you. The weight of your left hand on your left knee is giving you some feedback, which is really nice. Nice. Come back up to center. Drop your right heel to the floor. Bring both elbows to the floor. Keep that left shoulder down. Maybe just scratch your left shoulder like a bear in the woods on the floor. Just kind of scratch your shoulder on the floor and then glue it to the floor. And then drop your left knee over towards the right, keeping that left shoulder down. So you have to keep your awareness on different parts of your body as you do this. Come back to center. So keeping your focus on the left shoulder as you rock your left knee over towards the right. And back. Because if you allow your left shoulder to move, you're just rolling over. Whereas if you keep your left shoulder down, you're twisting. You have to have an anchor, a point of stability, a point that we move away from. Just feel that through the rib cage as you rock in and out. How do you connect into your body? Nice. Next time you go there, we're going to pause. So over towards the right with your left knee. Draw your left shoulder down, widen into the hips. Get strong into that right leg. Go a little bit deeper in wellness. Nice. Come all the way back to center. Squeeze both knees up onto your chest. Rock from side to side. And bring the soles of your feet together. Interlock your fingers or hold on to your ankles and just rock from side to side. Nice. Bring the soles of your feet to the floor and just rock your knees one way and then the other way. One way and then the other way. Nice. So either keeping your feet flat on the floor or bring the soles of your feet together, your knees apart, or stretch out through your legs so that you're resting on the floor with your legs long. So really see which way suits you. And it's quite interesting really listening in rather than assuming, oh, this is the way I always do it. I want to see what would be really cool this morning. How would you really hear what would be nice? The body speaks in sensations, and it's a really subtle sound. So you're resting, you've got a slight smile on your face, you've done your yoga, good job. And you've got a sense of the floor beneath you, the back of your head, your shoulders, the length of your spine, your rib cage, the lower back, the buttocks, maybe the thighs, the calves, the heels, maybe the soles of your feet, maybe the baby toe edge of your feet, maybe you've rolled over onto your side and are resting on your side. Who knows? And just let your breath be down into your belly. Whenever I do that, I love bringing my hands to my belly to deepen my breath down. I really enjoy the depth of breath into my belly. Just filling into your hands, falling away from your hands. Just another 2 or 3 breaths. Nice. Slowly, and draw your knees up. Stretch your arms overhead, create some length. Stretch into your feet, reach into your toes. Oh, do your waking stretch, that yawning stretch. It's called a pandiculation. What an amazing word. And then rolling over or staying there or doing whatever it is that you do. How wonderful. Right, guys. We'll be here again tomorrow and I shall see you then. So nice.